Hello everybody and welcome back to the show. Today we are going to be making a famous lentil soup that my mom always makes when we're sick. But it's also very good for vegetarians because it fulfills protein and iron requirements that we're missing. So our ingredients for this soup are about 1 package of spinach. This is about 140 grams. A half of a green pepper, yellow pepper, and orange pepper, chopped. 1/4 a cup of yellow lentils. 3 carrots, peeled and chopped. About 10 string beans, chopped. And 2 beets, boiled, peeled, and chopped. Very into big pieces. We also have 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, some ground cumin, ground coriander, and salt and pepper to taste. So what we're going to do first is we're going to fill a pressure cooker or a pan with 5 cups or 7 cups of water. And that is already done. Next, as you can see here, we have salt and pepper to taste. Salt. And pepper. Also some ground cumin. Ground coriander. And this is what makes the soup so different, because it adds a little bit of a spice to it, which is also good. And we have ginger. Alright, and now we're going to add all the ingredients in. Spinach is good because spinach, as you know, has iron and calcium in it. So that fulfills the good calcium and iron. And as you know, vegetarians are usually very iron deficient. So this recipe makes a good substitute for iron, and it's also very good. Also, kids would really like this soup, and they wouldn't be able to see the spinach either. So it would be a good way to get them to eat vegetables. We also have pepper. And pepper is good because you have vitamin C, vitamin A, and antioxidants. But they say that vitamin C, or research shows that vitamin C helps to absorb iron better, which is why the iron and the pepper make a good combination. We also have string beans. And carrots, which also have vitamin C. And carrots are what add the taste to this soup. So you can add more or less, but it's always good to add more carrots in this case. And we have our beets. And finally, we're going to add the lentils. Now, if you zoom in, it's yellow lentils. Now, these are good to find in bulk stores, or you can find them a lot in Indian stores, grocery stores. But they're also now available in other mass stores such as Loblaws and No-Frills. Okay, so that is all of the lentils. That is all the ingredients. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the lid of the pressure cooker and just put that in. With the whistle. And we're good to go. And now what we're going to do is put it on the stove. and turn it on. Leave it to cook like this for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And we'll be back. Hello, and we're back. It's been about 20 minutes. The pressure cooker is boiling. We're just going to turn off the stove and let it boil. We're going to keep it here at room temperature and let it cool for about a half an hour, and we'll be back after. Hello, and last time we left, we let the soup cool. Now what I did is I put it into a pot, and I let it cool in the fridge for a little while. It kind of looks like a little potion with all these vegetables, and you can see the beets have been all boiled, and everything has been boiled together. The lentils are in here, and they should be nice and soft, and the water acts as the broth. Now what we're going to do is we're going to puree the soup into one big mixture. And right here I have a blender, and we're going to fill the blender up to about half with the soup. So add in the soup with the water. Okay, that's about half. And the lid on. Alright, and now we're going to puree it. Okay, that was pureed for about 45 seconds to a minute. Look at that color. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add it in a pan. Let's put this in the sink. Alright. Okay, and once it's all blended, you keep it here. Look at the pureed. It's nice color. And all the vegetables are mixed together, so you can't tell what's where. Now what we're going to do is put it on the stove. And once again, we're going to let it boil on high for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now the soup is on boil. It's boiled a little bit. There's bubbles forming. So what we're going to do is to add a little bit of flavor, we're going to add basil and parsley. A lot of people like the flavor of basil and parsley in the soup, so just add to taste, because some people don't like it as much, some people like it more. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a few flakes of basil and a few of parsley. And just stir. Mix it up a little. It smells good. Now, if this is being made just as a starter or an appetizer, or for someone that's sick, for example, the lighter soup is usually the better option, because it's lighter and not as creamy and heavy. So if you're opting for a lighter soup, then you just keep the soup like this, let it boil, let it heat, and pour it into bowls, garnish, and serve. But if you like creamier soups or want to make the soup a little bit more heavy for a meal, then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of milk to make it more creamy. And it also adds to the calcium content of it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of milk into the soup. and just let it boil. Stir it in. And let it boil for another 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now that the soup is boiling nicely, we're just going to turn off the stove and spoon a little bit into a bowl. And wow, it smells very good. Now what we're going to do is, before we washed a little bit of coriander or mint, anything goes well with this, and just garnish with some coriander leaves. You can also sprinkle some tofu on if you would like. It adds to the protein content. Or you could grate a little bit of cottage cheese. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of basil on top. And just a little bit. And there you have it. Nice, delicious, nutritious soup. Just for sick, and it's delicious. Yeah. Thank you for watching. In a couple of minutes, we're going to be showing you how to make nice eggless thumbprint cookies.